Governor Bello Muhammad Matawalem Maradun has warned against further attacks on northerners living in the south. National Population Commission enjoined parents to always ensure the registration of new birth. Federal government will constitute governing councils of 5 federal universities. On business, Dangote Sugar denies involvement in price fixing. On international scene, Gombe, others partner United Nations towards ending hunger and malnutrition in Northeast. On sports, Swan president laments poor treatment of members at the Ongwe National Sports Festival. Hello, welcome to Svtv News. I'm Samira Ibrahim. Zamfara State Governor Dr. Bello Muhammad Matawalem Maradun has warned against further attacks on northerners living in the southern part of the country. Governor Matawalli added that the current situation in the country has made it imperative for him as a political leader and a proud northerner to speak out to prevent the situation of anarchy some disgruntled, unpatriotic Nigerians want to drag the nation into. In a statement made available to newsmen, the governor insisted that, considering the manner politics is played in Nigeria without conscience, he chose to speak out his mind as a bona fide member of the opposition PDP for the sake of the nation, for peace to win and in the overall interest of the North. He noted that so much is happening to the North and Northerners, pointing out that their lives, dignity, and possessions are being threatened by the unfriendly South, even as they tried as Northern leaders to always calm the situation and to protect the interests, businesses, and dignity of all Southerners living in the North. The Zamfara State INEC had held a stakeholders meeting on Thursday, 7th April 2021. Declaring the meeting opened, the resident electoral commissioner, Dr. Mrs. Asma'u Sani Maikudi, said the aim of the meeting was to educate the people on expanding voter access to the polling unit. Dr. Asma'u Maikudi said the commission is of the firm belief that expanding voter access to polling unit is crucial to voter turnout in elections.
To expand the voting places and to make voting a convenient and pleasurable experience for the voters. So that's why we called all the stakeholders to intimate them of INEC's plan and then to carry them along and to take advices from them on how to do it successfully. Issue of security, INEC has what we call ICSES, that is Inter-Consultative Committee on Election Security, with all the security agencies. We have this collaboration. I'm happy that the representative of the Commissioner of Police was here and he also spoke on the question of security. And we are praying that by the special grace of God, by 2023, all issues of insecurity in Nigeria will be a history. So we are planning to go ahead with our work, and the security agencies are confirming and assuring us that they will take care of insecurity, and we are also telling God to even wipe out insecurity in Nigeria. And we pray that by 2023, all these issues of insecurity will be gone and will be.
The commissioner explained that even in the context of the COVID-19 pandemic, it is necessary to decongest polling unit to minimize overcrowding and reduce the long distance voters travel to vote during the election. Dr. Maikudi said the exercise is scheduled to end on 11th May 2021. Hajia Asma Maikudi also announced that the Commission is planning to conduct continuous voter registration exercise ahead of the 2023 general election. A non-governmental organization, the Civil Society Group for Good Governance, has lauded the dialogue with bandits initiated by Governor Bello Muhammad Matawalli of Zamfara State. The president of the group, Comrade Obaku Dominic, while speaking at a press conference at the end of the group's independent assessment tour in Zamfara State, applauded the effort of Governor Matawalli in tackling insecurity challenges facing the state through dialogue initiative. The peace reconciliation process initiated by the state government under the leadership of Dr. Bello Muhammad Matawalem Maradun is a welcome development as peace is returning to the state. The federal government and government of states battling with banditry need to key into the peace reconciliation process to bring to an end the activities of the bandits and other nefarious criminals. Mr. Dominic also commended Governor Matawalli for establishing the rural grazing area, pointing out that the Ruga projects, when completed, will not only give a sense of belonging to the leaders, but will also go a long way in curbing farmers' headache crisis in the country. The National Population Commission has urged parents in Zamfara State to enroll their children for birth registration, considering its importance to their future. The National Population Commission Federal Commissioner in the state, Alhaji Muttaq Arini, made the call while speaking to newsmen in Gusau on Wednesday. Alhaji Muttaq Arini said the registration is ongoing and free for the children from 0 to 18 years, while those above 18 years would only pay birth attestation rate. He urged citizens of the state to take birth registration seriously, as it was connected to various vital statistics for national development. He said a total of 79 centers were established across the 14 local government areas of the state, and that most of the centers were established in health facilities. Alhaji Muttaq Arini urged stakeholders to embark on more sensitization in the state on the importance of birth registration. He commended stakeholders for their support in the ongoing enumeration area demarcation survey in the state, pointing out that the NPC had covered 70% of the survey. 4 leaders of bandits in Katsina State unconditionally denounced banditry and surrendered 2 general-purpose machine guns and other weapons. The State Police Commissioner Sanusi Bala disclosed this while briefing newsmen at the State Police Command. Our Katsina State correspondent Suraja Aliyu Dallami Malumfashi has more on the story.
CP Sanusi Buba said he is to use this opportunity to brief the pressmen on another important breakthrough made by the Nigerian Police Force, Katsina State Command, in the ongoing slaughter against banditry, armed robbery, kidnapping, and other forms of crimes and criminality in the state. Insert. The Katsina State Police Commissioner also said that it becomes absolutely imperative to warn other recalcitrant bandits who refuse to surrender that nobody has monopoly of violence and that government is mightier than any person or group. He said the Nigerian Police Force and indeed other sister security agencies will leave no stone unturned in isolating and dealing decisively with any individual or group of unrepentant bandits that refuse to surrender and keep hibernating in the forest. The commissioner said the command assured the good people of the state that banditry and other crimes will soon be a history as the security forces are on top of the situation, and to call on members of the public to partner with the security agencies by providing useful information that will lead to the arrest of the bandits and their collaborators.
4 leaders of the bandits, namely Sale Turwa, Mani Turwa, Ado Sarki, Sani Maidaji, and some of their followers, decided unconditionally on their own to come out of their hideouts in the forest, denounce banditry, and surrender the following arms and ammunition. 1, 2 general-purpose machine guns, 1 AK-49 rifle, 23 AK-47 rifles, 109 GPMG ammunition, 7.6 2M NATO, 94 7.6 2mm live ammunition, 45 roasted cows.
Also speaking, one of the surrendered bandits, Ado Sarki, who said he is from Ilela village of Sapana local government area of the state, explained that he and his people started these unlawful activities when another group of people stole their cows. Sarki said after this they saw there is no way unless to buy the weapons to safeguard their lives and properties, though he will not say they will not do another thing with them. But he said now they stop all banditry activities and will assist security agencies to fight those who refuse to surrender. From Katsina, Suraja Dallami Malumfashi for SBTV News.
President Muhammadu Buhari has approved the dissolution and reconstitution of the governing councils of 5 federal universities in Nigeria. The affected universities are the University of Ibadan, University of Port Harcourt, University of Lagos, Obafemi Awolowo University Ile-Ife, and Maritime University in Delta State. The approval is contained in a statement by Mr. Sonny Enochu, Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Education in Abuja on Thursday. The National Universities Commission on Thursday gave provisional license to 20 new private universities approved by the Federal Executive Council. With these newly approved universities, the total number of universities in Nigeria is now 193. The 20 new universities that were issued license are Top Faith University, Mpatak, Akwa Ibom, Thomas Adewumi University, Oko Iseri, Kwara, Maranathan University, Mbedi, Imo, Ave Maria University, Piyanko, Nasarawa, Al-Istiqama University, Sumaila, Kano, and Modeme University, Irua, Edo. Others are Havila University, Nde Ikom, Cross River, Claretian University of Nigeria, Nekede, Imo, Nok University, Kachia, Kaduna, Calcom University, Vom, Plateau State, James Hope University, Lagos, and Mariam Abacha American University of Nigeria, Kano. The rest are Capital City University, Kano, Ahmad Pateji University, Kwara, University of Ofa, Kwara, Mewar University, Masaka, Nasarawa, Edusoko University, Bidda, Niger, Pilomath University, Kuje, Abuja, Khadija University, Majia, Jigawa, and Anam University, Kwal, Plateau State. As part of measures to strengthen the nation's security architecture, the Vigilante Group of Nigeria has commenced a campaign for officers and men in the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory. Speaking during the exercise in Abuja for members of the FCT Command, the Commandant General, Dr. Mohammed Usman Jahun, said the move was to further ensure effective security of lives and property, most especially at the grassroots. According to him, the sensitization campaign also became necessary to further update the knowledge of officers and men of Vigilante Group of Nigeria on intelligence gathering and effective security of lives and property in line with the current challenges of kidnapping, banditry, and other forms of insecurity confronting the country. Dr. Usman Jahun stated that the sensitization was also aimed at reminding members of Vigilante Group of Nigeria on the ethics of the organization towards realizing the objectives of the present administration in the area of security. Governor Darius Ishaku of Taraba State has called on the 19 northern state governors to throw their weight behind the campaign of their wives to check drug addiction and rehabilitate victims. Governor Ishaku made the call when he received in audience a delegation of wives of the Northern State Governors Forum led by Mrs. Aminat Bello, wife of the Niger State Governor, at Government House Jalingo. Reports said that members of the forum were in Jalingo, the state capital, on Tuesday for a strategy meeting on their campaign against drug abuse. The governor described drug abuse in the country, particularly in the north, as endemic and alarming, adding that the role being played by the Northern Governors Wives Forum was noble and must be encouraged. He called on governors in the region to support the forum, to energize them to do more for their states. On business, Dangote Sugar Refinery says it is aware of an online publication claiming that it engages in price fixing, which is not so. The company also denied any involvement in backward integration program as claimed. The company therefore vehemently refuted the allegations and assertions in their entirety, as the false allegations are geared towards tarnishing the good name and brand of Dangote Sugar Refinery PLC and Dangote Industries Limited. The group managing director, Mr. Ravindra Svtv, in a statement said the company does not engage in artificial price manipulation of its product, either during the holy month of Ramadan or at any other time. The statement also added that the company is socially responsible and considers price fixing to be unethical. On international scene, Gombe State Governor Muhammad Yahaya, alongside his Taraba Adamawa State counterparts, have committed to collaborate with United Nations in ending hunger in Northeast. Speaking on Thursday at Northeast Zonal Food Systems Exploratory Dialogue for Adamawa, Gombe and Taraba State, which is part of the strategies deployed by the United Nations towards achieving food security, ending hunger and improving nutrition and promoting sustainable agriculture for people, Governor Yahaya said the dialogue was in line with the developmental priorities of the geopolitical zone. Represented by his deputy, Dr. Manasa Jatau, he revealed that dialogue will help the region take stock and intensify action towards improving nutrition society. Governor Yahaya said reducing hunger and prevalence of malnutrition is in line with Nigeria's national food and nutrition policy. It will also be enabler for a more inclusive and healthier food systems, encourage a collaborative approach towards building a sustainable food system, and accelerate march towards the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals. While outlining the negative impact of Boko Haram activities, he noted that it had negative impact on the food security of the region. On sports, the National President of Sports Writers Association of Nigeria, Comrade Horo Sirawu, has lamented what he described as poor treatment of members of the association at the ongoing National Sports Festival Edo 2020. Mr. Hono, while addressing members at the Samuel Stadium Thursday, decried the inability of the organizers of the games to provide basic media amenities and the bare minimums pertaining to the media coverage of the event to members of SWAN. He attributed part of the struggles and inadequacy of the organizers to the inability of the federal government through the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sports Development to financially support the government of Edo State, which had exhausted its budget for the festival after the competition suffered a couple of postponements before it eventually commenced on 2nd April 2021. Mr. Hono, who is also the permanent secretary of the Rivers State Ministry of Youth and Sport Development, however, called on members to remain calm and continue with their commendable coverage of the games while he continues to interface with the games organizers with a view to improving the working conditions of members at the events. That has been the news from Standard Voice Television. To end the news, a quick look at the major headlines. Governor Bello Muhammad Matawallan Maradin has warned against voter attacks on northerners living in the south. National Population Commission enjoined parents to always ensure the registration of new births in Zamfara State. Federal government reconstitute governing councils of 5 federal universities across the country. On business, Dangote Sugar Refinery denies involvement in price fixing. On international scene, Gombe others partner United Nations towards ending hunger and malnutrition in northeast region of the country. On sports, Swan President laments poor treatment of members at the ongoing National Sports Festival in Edo State. That's the news. On behalf of the production crew, Head of News and Current Affairs Department, Ibrahim, I am Samira Ibrahim, wishing you a pleasant day. Keep watching Standard Voice Television News. Goodbye.